Everyone. One of my last videos I did recently was a video that got leaked everywhere in the UK, or also in the online I guess, was of a video where a female prison guard was getting it on with a male inmate. It was a pretty funny plotline to follow because said prison guard got fired and who would have known, duh, she got arrested as well. It was funny for the first reason of like someone being that deprived and shameless to do that whole saying, that act in a prison, as well as being amusing for like how accepting she was of having the video leak everywhere. For those of you that didn't catch the story or didn't see the whole video, when you imagine like me saying prison, you're probably thinking like it was like a security camera where she didn't catch it and it got recorded the whole time. But in actuality, it was just another guy right there in the same prison cell recording it like just a few feet away, right in front of her face. So that destroys any possibility of it being leaked without her own knowledge. Well, both ways she would have found out that it happened because like I said, she got arrested and is right now on trial for it. But since then, when I made my video on it, the news, of course, has been massive. So massive, as a matter of fact, that the lady herself, that's right, the actual prison guard, made a video on Instagram, I'm pretty sure it was Instagram, talking about the whole situation, and she also cleared some things up. This video was posted on a public account, where she puts a picture of like her at the gym and at the bar, and a picture of her daughter with her. Like, for some reason, I don't know why, this was how, I'm not even kidding, I found about like she's a mom as well as a husband. And I only say that because that proves like how her statement in this video is really not the strongest, like not at all. It starts off with her mentioning in this very important video that she hates all the fake accounts impersonating her, both on social media platforms and OnlyFans, trying to capitalize off her attention, or how she said it in her own words, disfortune. Pretty sure she meant misfortune, but whatever.
Hello once again, Instagram. I hope you can appreciate this is going to be a very awkward and uncomfortable conversation for me to have. I just thought I really needed to come on here and clarify a lot of things. First thing being, there has been a lot, and I mean a lot, a tremendous amount of fake profiles of me that have been monetizing off of my disfortune, this scandal that the entire world has somehow managed to be involved in. I have not monetized one fucking bit at all. This is my only social media platform and I only just activated it again. I
find it so funny because this is the first point she brings up to get everyone's attention, and it's talking about fake accounts about her. This does not look good at all for someone that already has like a pretty like bad public perception, for someone like pretty shameless and deprived. But she thinks that the biggest issue at hand is all the fake accounts using her name. Some are made for profit because she did blow up, and it's become a common scam where people like catfish as her to get money from other guys. And I only know that, or I know something similar to that happens because she said directly in her own video.
Please don't fall for it. There's been a lot of GoFundMes and fake OnlyFans accounts that are not me. And I do apologize if you have fallen for it. I honestly, but from the bottom of my heart, I apologize.
Okay, honestly, if you're a guy and you know about the story of this woman, you deserve every single penny robbed from you if you fall for an account made by a person who's already on trial. Not to mention, I don't think these gooners were like the first casualties in this drama, this news, and there were like several better introductions to make, but for some reason, she picks that one. Like, why?
On the topic of impersonation, I thought it very important for me to address this very distasteful subject of OnlyFans creators impersonating and pretending to be me and recreating the scenario of said scandal which I am involved in. Very, very distasteful for you to monetize or advertise yourselves as me for OF content. It does interfere with my trial, but furthermore, it is incredibly distasteful.
That's actually a pretty interesting thing to bring up. I don't know why it matters at all. I get that it's sort of spitting in your face and mudding up the trial, but that should be the least thing to be worried about right now. Let's be honest. It's probably like a max of 3 accounts that like mimic what she did. I can't confirm that because I'm not gonna waste my time googling it up and finding them. But come on, I can feel it. I can feel it in my heart.
And lastly, I wanted to tell you all that you do not know my side of the story. The media has a great way of getting a narrative and twisting it for its own benefit. The media love any story to be salacious and sensational, and they sensationalize everything. You don't know my side of the story, and we'll leave it as that for now.
This point is only made worse by like the even heavier topics she follows up with that don't really like make that much sense, but they definitely deserve to be at the start and not at the end, before these ones or after these ones. I know it sounds dumb, but that's probably like the best thing she could bring up in that video. And I only say that because I know like what the next topic's gonna be. But at this point, I'm amazed it wasn't like written down on paper or typed out. Because it sounds that formal, like just legal jargon that makes no sense. I think it would have been better if she left a few breadcrumbs, because the entire point was meant to be like how media loves taking stories and translating them to be much grander than reality. But by her saying that, it makes more questions. Like, was there an ulterior motive to the sex tape? Was there something between her and the inmate that explains more than just being strangers? Was she threatened by a gang to do that video? I have no fucking idea, because her statement explains nothing. I get where she comes from about the media being like vultures, but she is the worst person to be making that point. The video is up online and it's clear as daylight what's going on and that she clearly planned for this to happen. I know that the media can take anything and transform it to something different, but when I first did my video on her, every article I read or every headline I saw clearly explained what happened with barely any exaggeration. Journalists may lie about a story to get more popular, but if they have the video of the incident happening, that's their job done. If you hate this video, or you feel like it wasn't the best attempt to bring light to her situation, I implore you to watch this last part.
And we'll leave it as that for now. Actually, no, whilst I'm here, this also has to be addressed. Whilst I'm here, you don't know who has you, you don't know who your real friends are until shit hits the fan. Honest to God, a lot of the time, it's people who you thought had your back, and they just don't. And that's been really heartbreaking. On top of all of this, the media have literally been following me everywhere. I can't even go into Greggs or Primark without getting papped. Greggs or
Primark, that's so British. This statement should be studied as an example for speech making, because it's a pretty good case. Mainly because of the way it's structured, but also from the way she sounds as like the most ingenuine person ever. Like in my previous part, she really is the worst person to be making this point, because that video, it does not paint her in the best way possible. But her reaction to her friends and family reaction to the video, is like, yeah, what were you expecting? Even if they were friends that didn't know your husband or didn't care about your family, they would still be shocked about what you did and how you're fine with it. And I only say that because this video never clarified what her intentions was with the sex tape, like it's still left ambiguous. The main theory that I initially believed as well was that it was a tactic to promote her OnlyFans, before it was taken down. Which now, honestly looking back, is not the most concrete as I first believed it as, but the fact that she didn't clear her up or, dismiss it, is still a possibility on the table. And it's definitely not helped by her reaction to her close ones, like family, being shocked by it or appalled by it. I really believe that in the first few seconds she was gonna apologize to her family, since they probably got unwarranted attention from this, but no, she doesn't even bring it up once. She might have said it to them in person, but with the way she actually did a natural response, I sort of doubt it. This part unironically felt like that woman blurring out her friends on a Facebook photo, calling them fake, and one guy was like, what did the baby do wrong? Honestly, in terms of apology videos, I guess you would call this one, it really is honestly not that good. But I am looking forward to the trial. I do want to see what happens next. That's actually interesting.